Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back, wonderful technologists. Welcome back to the last episode of the CT Educator podcast for 2024. This is the last episode for this year. I have to say that I want to express some gratitude, and I am just grateful for all the good things this podcast has brought this year. I have to say, reflecting, because I've done a lot of reflection in the last week. I have to say I was very, very nervous with starting this podcast because I know there was other podcasts that existed out there. And I just was very terrified. But like with anything in life, we have to do it scared. And so I ripped off the Band-Aid. I did it. And I remember, posting my first episode. It was not the greatest episode anyway, because when you start out on something, it's not great, but you just perfect the craft as you go along and you gain more experience. So I have to say, up to date, we are 57 episodes in to the CT Educator podcast, which I can say for 2025, it's probably going to be past 100, because I am bringing you more episodes and more content for 2025. So first of all, I want to thank some people because I have made some awesome networking connections and friendships out of people and just awesome connections. So first off, gotta say thank you to the guys on the Catheter Jockeys podcast. If you haven't heard them, make sure you check them out, okay? These guys are awesome, and I am super excited to have them join me on this podcast for 2025. I will be reaching out to you guys because I am going to do a lot more collaborations with other people in the radiology community, and I'm super excited about that. I wanted to do it for 2024, but life just handed me some really, really just devastating things and family deaths and things with my children that I kind of had to put a pause on certain things. So, but thank you to them. They are really encouraging and just help me just to, uplift me and motivate me to just continue doing this podcast. So thank you, Catheter Jockeys. You guys are freaking awesome. The second, group of folks that I want to thank is the folks on Collaboration RA, which Marceline and Reese. If you haven't checked them out, make sure you guys check them out. They are awesome. They do a lot of advocacy work and they do a lot of speaking engagements and things like that. So you guys are freaking amazing. I love to listen to their podcasts and their episodes on advocacy because advocacy is very important when it comes to the radiology community. So thank you, Marceline and Reese, for that awesome podcast. I hope to have you guys on my podcast in 2025. Also, if make sure you guys stay tuned, to all the radiology podcasts that are out there because there's more than one. There's a couple of Rad Tech podcasts, which is by Chandria. She is awesome. I absolutely love her content. She goes in as far as how to become a radiologic technologist. She breaks things down and she gives you a lot of steps and a lot of ways to find jobs as a radiologic technologist. She has a ton of experience just like I do. And I can't wait to collaborate with her. So all the people that I'm willing to collaborate with in 2025, I just got to reach out to all these people. No, it's okay, because I will. And also, if you aren't following along, you got to follow her on Instagram and TikTok. It's Prof B, so at OK She Rad. So make sure you follow her as well. She drops a lot of just awesome content when it comes to radiology and being a radiologic technologist. She has this series on ICD codes. I'm telling you, it's the best thing you will ever watch. She is so freaking funny. So I hope to have Prof B on my show as well. And these are some of the people that are very influential in the radiology community. Also, there's a couple of other people that I do want to bring on to the podcast. The MRI man, if you haven't followed him, I follow him on Instagram. Tell you his content is awesome, and I would love to bring him onto my show. There is also, I am not sure who is behind this page, but they bring some awesome content when it comes to all radiology modalities. It's the radiographer. I'm not sure who runs that Instagram page because it's a faceless page. I have never seen the person who runs the page so far. Maybe I'll have to go back and dive into their content. I would love to have them on my show. So whoever's behind the radiographer page, please send me a DM on Instagram because I would love to bring you onto the show. Okay. So good things. So there are going to be a lot of collaborations that I have in store. So those are some of the people that are very influential in our radiology community. I know there's more. So those are the top ones that I am excited to collaborate with. We'll be reaching out to and hope to have every single one of them on the show. So for this episode for this week and for to end 2024, I'm going to give you the top most listened to episodes of 2024. So I did my Spotify Wrapped, and it gave me the top episodes that you guys have not only streamed, listened to the most, and just, dived into the content. So I'm going to give you short clips of 9 episodes that were the top episodes for 2024. So it ranges from patient centering, IV access, CT training being adequate, CT trauma stories, CT scan stories, and different topics that I've had on the podcast. So I've broken them down, given you short clips. If you happen to see the video clips of this, I am gathering together all the video clips that I will put on Instagram, and that will be on the YouTube channel starting in January. Okay. So hope you enjoy all the top 10 most listened to episodes, and hope you guys have a safe Christmas and a really safe New Year. Stay warm out there if you live in somewhere that it's cold like I do. So super excited for all the good things that are coming for 2025. As always, we all just have to be grateful that we made it through the year and grateful for what we have and continue to be great. So hope you guys have an awesome, awesome holiday, and I will see you next year in January.